Good morning, y'all. It's Dash. It's early Sunday morning, and one of the kind of traditions I like to do for my boyfriend is on the weekends when I'm off, I usually make breakfast. And one of my favorite things, well, he loves to eat, is my homemade French toast. I'm gonna start doing new stuff on the channel. Some more stuff that I love, which is one chat with my girlfriends, but another one is cooking. I really do love cooking, and so I thought it'd be fun to bring you guys in the kitchen, and he was even so nice enough to help me film. But it's gonna be really quick, simple, easy French toast. I think it took about like 10 minutes just to make 4 of them. So if you're interested in learning how to make some quick French toast, stay tuned. So the first thing you want to do is get your stove top hot, and you want a skillet about this size. This is like slapping skillet size. And then you want to do is just get your pan butter spray, because you do not want this to stick at all. And I'm just like generously spraying that. So basically you're going to let that get hot. In the meantime, you could be taking your eggs and putting it in your bowl, and depending on how many you're making it for is the yolk for the eggs. I'm making it for about 4, so I have 2 eggs in here. You'll take a fork or a whisk and just go ahead and scramble that up as you would do a scrambled egg. And I never really use measuring cups, so for y'all I will. You'll take, this is a 2/3 cup, but I always just kind of eyeball it. So we'll add milk to it. That's 1, 2, 3. And that was me just eyeballing it, so because I never really measure. And then you want to add, this is your batter. This is going to be the batter for the French toast. And then I have a 1/2 cup of ground cinnamon, but you will add more to it as you need, because every time you'll dip the bread, it'll soak up more cinnamon, so you'll need to add more and have that on handy. And to that, you will need to add vanilla extract. This is hard to open, I'll stir it. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon. And with this, you kind of don't want to add too much to it. Like I said, I never measure stuff, so I couldn't tell you. And then you just basically want to stir that up evenly and kind of be careful, because the cinnamon likes to fly everywhere. And by when I mean evenly, the cinnamon is not gonna look like chunky. It's gonna look beaded into the milk and the egg. If you don't have eggs for this recipe, I suggest you get some, because the egg is basically, it's gonna hold the bread from from breaking apart. So I like to try to mix mine as even as possible. So when it's about to that consistency, you're pretty much good to go for dipping. So basically you'll take your bread, and this is the Sunbeam Texas toast size. If you don't have this in your local grocery store or Walmart, you can get the Sunbeam, and they have it in Giant. Giant works just as well. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to dip both sides of your bread. Okay, so basically all you do is just take the corner end, dip it on one side, flip it over, and then just basically drop it in the skillet. You'll do the same thing, and I like to do 2 at a time. When you first start doing it, you may not be as good, because I learned how to do this when I was about 9 from my granny, and I could only do 1 at a time at first. So make sure you have you a good towel on handy to wipe off your hands, because you'll have the excess. Now the thing about French toast, I don't know, some people have different consistencies. Some people like the way IHOP does it, but mainly in the middle, because it is egg in the product, you don't want to have like loose egg in it. So mainly the thing I like to kind of do with my spatula, since it's about the same size, is kind of press down the center, and this just reassures that any egg product that's in there is getting cooked fully, because you definitely don't want any egg product to be ingested, because that's like pretty much raw egg. It doesn't take very long for it to cook on each side. Like I said, I never time stuff and I never measure stuff. I'd say about 2 minutes on each side. It really doesn't take long. Like you see, we just dropped it and it's most probably likely ready to be flipped over. But it's just to your liking. So like I said, you don't have to swish the toast down. But to ensure that the egg is fully cooked, I like it. That's also the purpose of getting the thicker toast, because if you did this on like a regular size bread, and by the time you squeeze it down, it'd be like a flat mess. So yeah. So let's go ahead and flip them, and you'll start smelling when it's ready to flip. There we go. And that's the other side of it. And like I said, it's very important to press through the egg, because if we hadn't pressed that down, would have had egg in it, and that's nasty. And after you flip it the first time, it's pretty much good to go. So at this point, you can go ahead and get you a French toast plate to put French toast, and it's pretty much good to go. So that didn't take long at all. Just make sure in between adding your French toast, you spray your pan, because like I said, you really don't want any crumble or burns. And you just do the same thing. Dip the toast in. It's a little smoky because I just put butter spray. Dip it on both sides, and you want to make sure there's cinnamon coated on both sides. And then just drop it in the pan.